standard that we talk about is in us, probably all of us, and that's why I admire a plus size models, because they literally are breaking this standard. They are saying, no, I'm not gonna try to achieve this body anymore. Like, I am fed up with this. I'm not going on another diet. I'm not unhappy anymore about myself. I'm gonna show you the body the way it is. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. What you're gonna see today is a weird monologue that I've just run for past 15 minutes about body positivity, about Instagram influencers, about criticizing our bodies, about feeling good or bad about yourself, and diet culture. And I'm just kind of giving my own opinion about it, where I feel like the problem is, and why you don't look like the fitness girls on Instagram, and why you shouldn't feel bad about it. What is the thing that I personally can relate to is when we talk about beauty standards and about a lot of people feeling insecure, and I'm gonna talk mainly about women, although I know it's about men as well. A lot of women feeling bad about their bodies because they can't live up to the standards shown at Instagram. There are a few things I have to say about it. First of all, as we all know, and it's really been said so many times by so many people, that even these models on Instagram, on these pictures, they don't look like this in their life. Like, I am also capable of posting a picture with my stomach sucked in and in a specific angle, and trust me, I'm gonna look like and I don't look like that in real life, trust me. In this whole discussion about health and exercise and diet culture and everything, we talk about it, that it's unrealistic, that it's unhealthy, that women are not supposed to be having six packs, that this is not natural. I feel absolutely inspired by all the women who are showing off their bodies, who are plus size, and they embrace their bodies, they are celebrating them, and I think it's beautiful. I am personally jealous because I have a lot of insecurities around myself that I feel like I still need to work on, but I am definitely also feeling really influenced by this specific idea of body. We need to take under consideration the fact that whether we want to or not, really, like, you can tell yourself that you're not supporting this diet culture, that you're not into this side of internet whatsoever. When you're looking at these pictures around you regularly, this is influencing you subconsciously. Like, when you're seeing so many likes under the photos of I don't know, Gymshark models or some bikini fitness models, you're starting to feel like this is a kind of way to look, that this is the way to be sexy, this is the way to feel beautiful, this is how technically you should look like. I think that when we see more and more different bodies and different plus size models, different even diseases, people who are not perfect, skin, different infections, different things going on with us, we go through different times with hair, with whatever, cancers. When we start to see these things in the internet, it makes it more normal. When I personally started to look at body positive pictures of people with different acnes, with different things going on with their skin, I started to normalize it. Like, you know, when people look at the picture of the girl with acne and you hear them reacting, ew, society will jump on and start criticizing this person, like, this is not ew, this is normal, things happen, it's not her fault, this is hormones. I obviously understand it, and it's not the right reaction. This is a form of hate, and hate is not allowed anywhere. But I think that criticizing this person is a really small piece of the whole truth, because the truth is that this person is conditioned to believe this way. We are conditioned, we are taught by the culture, but they are bringing, like, I'm Polish, and when I was a child, when even my parents saw obese, overweight person, they would either make a rude comment around it, they would laugh, they would call these people specific names, like that was just a thing. Like, we would look at people who are bigger than us, who are different than us, and we would feel like there's something wrong with them, so we are allowed to make fun or make judgment around them. When in the result, we are not allowed, we should not make public judgment and criticize and hate on people, because it's not our body, it's not our job. I will tell you one thing. Literally today, I am on one of the vegan groups. One of the members of this group, a lady, posted a screenshot of a conversation that some random guy, and listen to me, a random man sent her a direct message on Facebook saying how is the hell is it possible that she is vegan and she is fat, and the fact that she's eating all the greens instead of meat shouldn't make her look like a pig herself. And when I saw that comment, I was just thinking, how much like the audacity, like how the freaking hell can you feel so entitled to look at someone, not like the picture, and instead of just move on and live your life because you don't like this person or you don't like to look at this person, that's fine, you don't have to, but you actually decide to direct message this person to make a comment that this person looks like a pig, like your opinion matters, and what is she supposed to do about that? Our freedom ends when other person's freedom begins. That's the main thing that I personally follow in life. And when there's someone who feels like they're allowed to make comments and judge you for the way you look, which is not always up to you, I would say in most of the cases it's not entirely up to you. The other thing that I would like to point out regarding body positive movement and these Instagram influencers is that apart from angles, apart from all of the things that we already agreed that we are that we do see and we can do as well, I would say one thing. We need to give back to these girls that they are mainly really hardworking, working out, physically active, and really most likely also determined and disciplined girls. I feel like we tend to kind of take it away from them by, oh no, it's Photoshop, or no, whatever. No, these girls are really working out. They are doing it. They are making their bodies look this specific way. But what you don't see, this is usually a full-time job for them. Instagram or YouTube, for many of these girls, is their full-time job. That's all they need to focus on. So they spend majority of their time either working out, focusing on the food they're gonna eat, focusing on supplements or proteins or all of these things, also on like cosmetic procedures, making themselves look presentable. It's not something that happens overnight. And I think that a lot of people don't really realize that this requires effort. If you're a person working full-time job, 40 hours a week, during the day, 8 hours of work plus an hour break in UK plus 2 hours, you're out of your house for literally 11 hours. If you have time to come back home and plan all your macronutrients in your diet, if you are meal prepping for the whole meal, like, you're amazing. I admire you. I know there are people who do that, but you really need to prioritize your body in order to look this way, in order to follow this diet, to then go to the gym after these 11 hours and still have energy to lift weights, because obviously their booties and their legs don't look this way because they do 15 minutes Pilates or 15 minutes yoga at home that you find on YouTube. No, they lift like 70 kilos up, hip thrusting and doing other deadlifts on the gym. So these people who you look up to, these people who you admire in the internet, this is their whole life revolving around this. So if you're the kind of person who is like working, focusing on yourself, on learning other things, or you're just having full-time job, you're at your uni, you have your priorities, and then you go into Instagram and you see this girl looking this specific way with this tiny little waist, with this huge bum, and then you look at yourself and you have your rolls and you have your cellulite and you're like feeling depressed about yourself. bear that in mind, that this is this person doing 24/7, no joke. And when she's posting this pizza on her cheat day, that she can be eating pizza as well, she probably was eating on a deficit of calories for like past 2 weeks in order to eat this one pizza, you know, because she counted it and she knows that she needs 2,500 calories. So for example, she was eating below 2,000 to fit this one huge pizza that you see on this picture. So this is a delusion, that's what I want to say. And I need to give this back to these girls. Just also bear in mind that when they show you these little workouts on on Instagram, that is, you know, like how to build booty in 10 minutes a day, blah blah blah, and they show you squats, their booties are not built because of these squats. They were building this body for at least 2 years, I would say, at least 1 year, but most likely a couple of years of regular going to the gym and using weights at the gym. Because you see this beautiful picture of this tiny waist, big booty on that girl, muscly, beautiful, you see this little video of workout, this is not how she built this body. And I think that's kind of the biggest lie, especially for younger girls, or for people who are genuinely not really into fitness overall, and they're trying to find some way to kind of have some workout during the day, but they can't really be too bothered about it, let's say. And they see this workout, they see this girl doing it, they're like, yeah, I'm going for it. I have 20 minutes in the morning or in the evening after work, I can do this. And after 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, you probably notice some difference in your body. Most likely you'll just lose a little bit of your fat, because it's usually some form of cardio, and you know, you kind of lose some calories if you're eating the same way you were, or you're on a deficit as well. You may see your body a bit more toned down, let's say, and lean, but in order to like achieve what she is having, it takes years. It really does take years. So I think that we are kind of missing this pointer, and that's what I'm trying to say, that it is a lot of hard work. Some people are obviously naturally gifted, and some girls, they are just lean from genetics. They also developed quite healthy eating habits during the growing up process and teenagers, because I believe that this is for many of us, we kind of start having issues with food, or we're coming from the family when you are overeating, for example, on everyday basis. And basically, if you are a person who is genetically quite skinny and don't get fat too easily, plus you have quite good control over your portion sizes, and you're intuitive eater, I would call it this way, then it is a completely different process for you to go to the gym, kind of focus on increasing the protein intake, or overall eating a bit more than you are usually used to, and you start building the muscle, and it will show quite quickly. Then when you have a lot of weight to lose and you are an overweight person, if you want to look like these girls, you probably first need to lose all the weight, all the fat, and then from that position not only maintain this weight that you have, but build muscles from that. Because as far as I know, I'm not an expert, obviously, I'm just talking from my experience, but from what I've heard, it is really difficult or almost impossible to lose weight and build muscle at the same time, because in terms of food, the procedures are quite different. You're on a deficit or surplus of calories. I feel like we tend to get really frustrated by ourselves, because we look at the mirror and we get bloated and we have these bellies, and you know, like when you go to the gym, for example, and even if you're starting to lose weight and you feel like you're getting somewhere, you, for example, lose your boobs as well, like you because that's, for example, for me, the first thing that will come off me in terms of fat will be my boobs, and it feels like it's impossible. Stephanie Buttermore, she's like one of these fitness influencers as well, and she's mainly famous because she used to compete in like fitness competitions, and she was super tiny, super lean, like six-pack type of lean. She literally was like losing herself in all of this. She was constantly super hungry. I think her hormonal balance was not great. I don't know if she lost her period or not exactly, but she was probably close to that point. And then she decided to go into something called all-in journey, when she stopped restricting any calories and she was just eating and until she was fully satiated. And she posted a picture of herself from before and from today after this whole journey, after she gained like 10 kilos or something, which is not even that much in my opinion. And she looks beautiful today. In my opinion, she looks like this beautiful, feminine, almost like a perfect body type for many women, because she still has a tiny waist. She is more curvy in her hips. She has a booty. She looks beautiful. And in the description, she's talking about how gaining weight is terrifying, not because of your own judgment and the fact that you're not gonna like yourself, but the fact that others will not like you. And I'm thinking, this is, I'm sorry to say that, but I feel like this is such a good example of victim of this whole fitness society and this whole diet culture, because I was just wondering how many people, by looking at these two pictures, will say that she looked better on this first one when she's so freaking skinny. I would say maybe 10-15%. I'm just guessing. You can see how she's way happier, she looks healthier, her skin is glowing, she looks beautiful, and she's still sporty and she's still fit and she still has muscles. It's not like she is just chubby, no. And I'm thinking, how terrible is that? That, you know, I understand that for fitness competitions the standards are just a bit different, but overall, for all of us, most of us would love to look like she does after this process. I think that what she said there is that other people, I don't think others are actually judging her. I think it's herself. She's mainly doing it. In her term, it's really visible that her relationship with food and her body image is just a huge problem. And I think it's really sad, because she's such a beautiful and clever person. I love watching her videos. She's a really positive person, but I think that this whole aspect in her life still needs to be solved, and I probably would say that she needs a therapy as well, but it's just my personal opinion. As I said, I'm not an expert. But the standard that we talk about is in us, probably all of us, and that's why I admire a plus size models, because they literally are breaking this standard. They are saying, no, I'm not gonna try to achieve this body anymore. Like, I am fed up with this. I'm not going on another diet. I'm not unhappy anymore about myself. I'm gonna show you the body the way it is right now. I think that this is something really important for all of us. I think that my hardest moments are not the ones when I'm working out and I'm thinking, oh, I'm not doing good enough, like right now. Yes, I have these moments, but for me the most difficult parts are when I'm not working out. Let's say I get sick and then I have something going on in my life, or I'm going for holidays to Poland when I eat a lot, or I'm just lazy and I happen not to go for a gym for a week too, free. And this is the moment that is terrifying, because after these 2-3 weeks, in my head, it doesn't even matter if my body changed that much over these 3 weeks. What matters is that I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm disgusting. I feel like I'm fat. I feel like everything is just going wrong because I haven't worked out, and I feel so bad about myself. And I think that this is the part that most of us need to work on. Not the parts when you're working out and when you're on top of everything. The part when you're not, when something is not going great, when you're not achieving things. And this is the real challenge for you, to tell yourself, well, you're actually doing okay, and this is okay to not go to the gym for this week 2 or 3. And yes, you may be a bit behind in terms of your whole routine and not be as strong as you were last time, but it's not gonna take you long to get back to it. So like, this beating up yourself process, this is like the worst thing that is happening, I think. And yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say, that to challenge your inner language in your mind, this is something I've learned in therapy, and this is something I'm working on right now, to stop criticizing myself all the time. So this is my body positive content for today. I'm not sure why I felt like doing this video. Maybe because I had a good day with myself, and I was thinking that we just need to be more understanding. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me. Let me know what you think about what I've just said. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How is your relationship with your body? Please subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.